Hello everyone! Are you enjoying ranked mode? Struggling to rank up because of your teammates? Well, today I'm going to share some champion recommendations just for you. Today we are going to look at Support Jarvan IV. Support Jarvan? Are you trolling? No, I'm serious. This is actually a highly recommended pick to climb out of low yellow. In Wild Rift, you can climb the ladder much faster by consistently snagging S or A ratings, or by taking home the MVP or SVP titles. An S rating is awarded to players who perform in the top 10% compared to all others using the same champion in your rank. It's not just about KDA, it evaluates your overall impact, including gold efficiency, team fight participation, and objective damage. So, no matter your role, keep focusing on macro play. It's the fastest way to boost your rating. So what's the secret to padding your stats? Playing high damage carries is an option, but let's be real, they're super squishy. In solo queue, staying alive while trying to pop off is a nightmare for most players, making it hard to maintain a high rating. That's exactly where tank supports come into play. Right now, playing a tank is a free ticket to high performance ratings. Because you're stacking resistances, you're basically unkillable. And the longer you're alive, the more value you provide, chaining CC, peeling for your carries, and soaking up damage for the team. You earn your S rating by staying alive, soaking up tons of damage, and setting up your team for kills. You might not outdamage your ADC or mage, but here's the secret. Minimize your deaths and prioritize objective control. By consistently frontlining and staying present in every team fight, you'll naturally inflate your stats and secure that S rating. To climb the ladder and secure that S rating, it's not enough to just win the game. You need to pad your stats, damage dealt, damage tanked, healing and shielding. That's why I recommend a Bruiser Tank J4 build. It allows you to dominate all these metrics simultaneously. J4 is a fantastic pick for beginners. His kit is super straightforward, but his knock-up and ultimate lockdown are game-changing. He's incredibly easy to pick up, yet he has a massive impact on the battlefield. With his attack speed aura and reliable peel, J4 can easily rack up MVP or SVP honors. If you master his positioning, you'll be a high-impact support that controls the tempo of every team fight. In solo queue, everyone loves to lock and mage supports, leaving us with glass cannon comps that lack any frontline. If you're the one who steps up and picks a proper tanky initiator, you're instantly fixing your team's biggest weakness. That's the easiest way to stabilize your win rate. Before we jump into builds, let's talk about the landing phase. The key with Support J4 is to play aggressively. Don't wait for them to make a move, you dictate the pace of the lane. At level 1, just pick up your third skill, E, and look for poke damage. Don't overcommit to trades, you aren't online yet. Save your HP for the level 2 power spike when you've got your full combo ready. Your level 2 EQ combo is a massive power spike. Keep your eyes peeled for any enemy missteps, like a missed ability or greedy positioning. The second you see it, engage immediately and snowball that lane advantage. However, in higher ranks, enemies will watch out for your EQ combo. So, only go for it when you see a clear opportunity. Once you hit level 3 and pick up your W, your landing pressure goes through the roof. The trade pattern is simple, EQ to engage, and then use your W to slow them and soak up return damage as you disengage. If you see the kill window, just pop your ignite and secure that kill. And at level 5, you reach God tier. If you're up against an immobile champion, your ultimate is a death sentence. You're guaranteed to either net a kill or force them to blow their flash. Either way, you're winning the trade. J4's biggest strength as a support, he's a gank-setting machine. His EQ gets you in their face instantly, and his ultimate locks them down, practically gifting your jungler a free kill. It makes syncing up with a random teammate so much smoother. It gets even crazier. Once you hit level 5, you aren't just stuck in the duo lane, you're a second jungler. Start roaming to mid, look for an opportunity to trap them with your ULT, and watch the map pressure skyrocket. But don't get it twisted, J4 isn't a mindless carry. He's item dependent. You aren't going to be unkillable without your core build. You have to respect your power spikes and play smart until those items come online. Kills are just a bonus. The real mission in the landing phase is staying alive. If you walk away from the landing phase with 0 deaths, you've basically outplayed your opponent. Surviving is how you win as J4 support. Your true peak comes when you complete your Heartsteel and Gargoyle enchant combo. This is the moment you transition from a utility support to an unkillable raid boss. At this stage, you're not just engaging, you're tanking everything they have while staying fully in the fight. So, here's the bottom line. If you're going to run J4 as a support, make not dying your #1 priority. Focus on staying alive, play smart, and let your utility do the work. Remember, if you don't feed, you're already winning. Now let's break down Jarvan IV's kit. You might be wondering, why J4 support? Well, it all comes down to his incredible utility. Here is why his kit is a support stream. First up, let's talk about his passive, Martial Cadence. With every first auto attack against a target, you deal bonus physical damage equal to 8% of their current health, with a 5-second cooldown. This is exactly why J4 support works. Even when you're building full tank, you can still pack a punch. You don't just hit the same target. Since it's current health, you can get more value by switching targets to maximize the percentage damage. Keep in mind, he's not a DPS carry. You hit hard once, then you need to wait for the cooldown. Use that burst to win short trades, not long duels. Next, let's talk about his bread and butter, Dragon Strike. You extend your lance in a target direction, dealing physical damage and shredding the enemy's armor by 10%. But the real magic happens when you pair it with your third skill. The 10% armor shred isn't just for you, it's for your ADC. If you land this before your ADC unloads their combo, you're basically increasing the entire team's burst damage. Dragon Strike is your primary tool for lane dominance. It's not just a poke, the armor shred makes your target vulnerable to your team's follow-up. And here's the kicker, the range on Dragon Strike is much longer than it looks. In the landing phase, this makes it an incredibly oppressive poke tool. You can punish them for stepping up without ever putting yourself in danger. Next, we have a second skill, Golden Aegis. It slows nearby enemies and grants you a shield that scales with your max HP. Here's the best part. The shield gets beefier the more enemies you're surrounded by, making you an absolute wall in team fights. And with a short cooldown, you'll be spamming this to stay alive. The more enemies you hit with your ULT, the stronger your W shield gets. It creates a perfect synergy. Trap them with Cataclysm, then immediately pop Golden Aegis to tank their entire focus. Don't forget the slow. It's not just for tanking, it's an essential peel tool to lock down an enemy diver who's trying to jump on your ADC. Next up, his third skill, Damation Standard. You throw a flag to a target location, boosting the attack speed of nearby allies. This is the cornerstone of J4's signature EQ combo. But it's more than just an engage tool, it's a powerful support mechanic. When you combine this with the Airy Rune, it becomes a dual-purpose tool. You aren't just engaging, you're actively shielding your allies from a distance. It's a great way to add value without even being in melee range. Also, use it to check brushes. It gives you vision, so you never have to walk blindly into a potential ambush. You might be wondering, why run Airy instead of damage runes like Electrocube or First Strike? Simple. With the recent nerfs to burst runes, the meta has shifted away from one-shot potential. Airy gives us something far more reliable, consistent trading power and extra utility that doesn't fall off. The best part, it turns your E flag into a long-range support skill. You're buffing, poking, and shielding, all with one button. In the current meta, chasing one-shot glory is a trap. The most efficient route to victory isn't about landing that one perfect combo. It's about the relentless, steady pressure you put on your opponents. That's exactly why Airy is the gold standard right now. His ultimate, Cataclysm, isn't just about trapping your enemies inside a wall. It's also an incredible debuff tool. Anyone caught inside this arena deals up to 20% less damage. It's not just a cage, it's a massive nerf to the enemy team's damage output during a team fight. Time your ULT when the enemy carry is about to unload their combo. That 20% reduction can be the difference between your ADC dying or barely surviving. You're not just trapping one target, you're forcing the enemy team to split up. Those who are outside the wall can't help their trapped teammate, and those inside are debuffed. Now let's talk about the tricky matchups. Champions like Ezreal or Tristana who can jump over your walls. They are a pain, but they aren't impossible to deal with. The secret? Baiting. Never blow your ULT first. Force them to burn their jump with your EQ combo, and then lock them down. Once they're out of escapes, your Cataclysm becomes a death trap they can't jump out of. Finally, remember this. There is no one-size-fits-all build. Your core items, Heartsteel and Gargoyle, are your bread and butter, but you must adapt to the enemy composition. If they're heavy on magic damage, or if they have a massive healing threat, adjust your items. Building the same thing every game is how you get hard stuck. My personal favorite build? Heartsteel into Gargoyle enchant. Heartsteel stacks your max HP throughout the game, and since Gargoyle's shield scales off your max health, you're turning yourself into an absolute behemoth. The more HP you gain, the stronger your shield gets. It's a snowball effect of pure durability. By the fourth item, you've already got that massive HP pool from Heartsteel. Adding Mantle of the 12th Hour makes you nearly impossible to remove from the battlefield. You dive in, act as the anchor, and when they finally manage to kill you, you just stand back up and keep fighting. At the end of the day, your build should match your playstyle. If you want to be the unmovable mountain, go with Amaranth Twin Guard. But if you're like me, someone who wants to dive deep, bait the enemy, and force them to deal with you twice, then Mantle of the 12th Hour is your best friend. Here's the master plan. Engage with EQ, lock them down with your ULT, then immediately pop W and Gargoyle to tank the entire team's focus. And here's the kicker. Once you've done your job and absorbed everything, use your second EQ combo to dash back out to safety. If there's one thing to take away, it's this. Stop chasing kills and start chasing survival. Every time you stay alive, you're providing vision, pressure, and the threat of another combo. A dead Jarvan can't peel. A dead Jarvan can't set up the next play. Staying alive isn't playing safe, it's playing smart. Rather than racking up kills and making flashy plays, dominating the board and contributing consistently without dying is what reliably secures both a high system rating, S rank, and the match result victory. This is the level of mastery attained only by players who have truly perfected Jarvan IV Support. Most players think you need a highlight reel to rank up. They're wrong. You climb by gaming the rating system. By prioritizing tanking, crowd control, and shielding, you're hitting every metric the game uses to calculate your performance. It's not just about winning, it's about not losing. When you consistently pull an S rank, you protect your LP during losses and maximize them during wins. You aren't just playing the game anymore, you're optimizing it. You're absolutely right. Even if you don't hit the S, keeping your stats high ensures an A or an SVP. In the long run, this loss mitigation is exactly how you keep your rank afloat even during a bad streak. You're not just chasing the S, you're building a safety net for your LP. If you're tired of coin flipping your games with do-nothing mage supports, it's time to take control. With this J4 support build, you're not just a support, you're the front line, the initiator, and the anchor that keeps your team from sinking. You don't need to pray for a good team, you just need to play the system right.